I think like this was the sales pitch for me to leave my job.
Welcome back for the first time. My name is Kevin.
My name is Mrs. Arguello.
And this is Arguello brand.
Right now, I feel like there's a lot of pressure. That's why a lot of people are like, yo, are you happy? And I'm like, honestly, I'm nervous because like, what, am I really going to leave my job to come home and yell at my kids all day? Am I really going to leave my job to come home and, you know, my kids are not going to be better in a way? So I'm nervous because I have a lot to live up and I have to deliver one way or another, whether it's, you know, like, or at the end of the day, I have to give it all I have. I think like this was the sales pitch for me to leave my job, and I have to deliver one way or another.
I mean, what is leaving your job? Like, what does that actually mean? Like,
you know, I don't think I'm gonna feel it until like August, because technically I'm off during the summer, so I'm supposed to be off right now, whether I go back or not.
I mean, what is leaving your job? Like, what does that actually mean? Like,
Missing an entire paycheck. Basically, we went from one tax bracket to another tax bracket. Before, I'll be honest, before we were getting taxed on certain things because of our income till August, because I'm gonna get paid till August. Yeah, I mean, we lost an entire income, and you know, I mean, we've curated it, right?
I'm still working and shit. I still do the ride share shit, so I'm out there still trying to get this money. So literally, time is money for me right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, we lost an entire income, and you know, I mean, we've curated it, right? I can use that.
Almost.
Besides, when I was getting my paychecks, I was basically saving half my paychecks.
You know, I didn't know you was putting that much money aside with half her paycheck going. I didn't even know that.
Since I started working, I was putting half my paycheck. Since the beginning of this year, Kevin's been covering all the bills. Remember when we had that conversation? Remember when you were like, yo, I can't cover shit right now? Like, I'm going up to here with my fucking bills.
And you know what's
remember
the crazy?
That conversation?
You know what's the crazy? I do remember that conversation. I was working a job. You know, remember the shirts I always had on? You feel me? I was doing that shit, bro. And like, you know, coincidentally, the shirt's not on. I was wearing it yesterday though. But I think working a job, to me, in my opinion, my uneducated opinion, of course, is that I think that's just to secure that 401k and that insurance. But we have to supplement what you. Yeah, that's the journey.
Putting half that paycheck, it brings us to the next new. You paying off
the Beamer. You feel me? I can say that now because it's paid off. It's actually mine.
It's yours, literally.
You know, it was a 4-year term. You know, I paid that shit off in 2.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But it's really you, because she was really on her accounting tip. Because like you held it down with this account shit. Like we paid off the car. You know, we got a house. God damn it. You feel me? We got a house. We walking into a house. You feel me? Like the journey's starting. You know what's next? Health is next. I'm really excited for your journey. Your journey is really inspirational for a lot of us in this house. So just keep that shit up. You got that shit. I basically like to tell all the time. I'm just giving her a head start because once I start my health journey, you feel me? I think it's gonna be a different ball game. And I know I love it. I don't know how to use this shit, but I say like, this is a biopic, man. Like we putting all this shit out, and in a minute, like we've been through a lot. You know what I mean? It's not just like a 2-3 years. It's like decades and shit, like a decade plus and shit. You feel me? So we have to go through a lot of ups and downs, do all over. Obviously, we're gonna share on our journey everything we've been through. So please tune in and subscribe to the Arguello Bro on YouTube. There is no competition. There's no more. You shouldn't think about any more competition. Just collaborate. There's a lot of money like that. We collaborated. That's what I did, and I use that advice that I took and I put into my relationship, I put into my marriage, I put into my friendship work, because I blatant with you. Like, I want that secretive aspect. You don't remember me? Yes. I want, even though like, yo, you can have my code, but let me put it together now. Like, but I took a chance. You feel me? We collided our accounts together. And now, you know,
that was huge for me too, because I've always been very money driven. There was a point where I kind of was just like, I didn't really care about money, but it's only because I had other priorities I was sorting out. But like now, I literally, anything I do or buy, I have to tell him, right? Not have to tell him like, oh my, like, it's like, because what happens is like he'll go on the account and he'll be like, what the hell is this? And I want him to know like, oh, that was me. I don't want him to be questioning everything he sees. I want him to know. So like for me, that was a big deal also, because like that was kind of like my independence. I was giving it up.
Type shit. Yeah, I feel
that
that way
was
too.
Huge for
I feel
me,
that way
because
too.
I'm like, oh, like there's times where I wanted to go to like Chick-fil-A and I didn't, because then Kevin would be like, you went to Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Not on some controlling, but like, oh, you didn't bring me something? It was so funny that when I closed all my accounts, I actually closed one of our joint accounts. Remember?
Wow, because you closing everything.
I closed out every account that had my name on it. If it had my name on it, I close it out. I don't see the result. So to me, unless I see the result of what I actually want, I'm not doing shit. Putting intention and purpose to our minutes, our hours, our days. People will look at my before and after pictures like, oh my god, look at the difference, and I'm like, because I don't see what I want. I updated my Instagram profile.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a niche because we're all over the place.
Type shit. We're trying to locate it. We're kind of forcing it low key, but hey man,
You were forcing it?
I don't know.
Listen, all
just recently I just bought an NPC one.
I mean, like, listen, that
I
came
might
from
not
left
forcing
field,
it. I can still return it. I'm still eligible to return it, but like it's all over the place. I don't know. Like, do I want to? No. Should I? Maybe.
Oh wait, we didn't even talk about Miami. So first of all, right? I do everybody's hair, so nobody's hair should ever look like this. Yeah, it does all the time.
Nah, I mean, I've been in the water and shit. So I'm about to take my hair out today right after this shit. It's a whole process.
We did go to Miami for 3 days.
What happened?
She intimidated me, and I was really scared because she was like, "What terminal?" And I was
It's
like,
still weird.
"Spirit." Then she go, "Y'all gonna need a mask?" I was like, "Okay." On terminal 4.
Terminal 4, okay.
Oh, terminal A.
Terminal A, that's
So Spirit has a really bad connotation. I used to like go to these personal development seminars every few months. So I kind of traveled a little bit. Like a few years ago, like for like a year or two, I used to travel every few months. Like local places, nothing like out of the country or anything. So I learned how to travel cheap, basically. And like my husband don't know nothing about that.
no. I just know how to just make this money so we can go these places.
So 3 ways that I saved money was, 1, I bought Spirit, but let me tell you, I did pay extra so we can get a little bit of a bigger, like a bigger seat.
Oh, really?
Because they're known for like their seats are like literally like this, how we are right now. Like literally, this is how we are right now. Like he's literally on top of me. So that's what Spirit is known for. So that's the extra. Now she was $80 extra.
Whoa.
So my $450 could have been $370. Yes, because obviously we have to sit together. The second thing I did was that we stayed at an Airbnb, and Airbnb tends to be cheaper than a hotel. And then the third thing is for the most part, I'm gonna buy all my food. That's something that I always used to do. Like I remember a lot of times me and your mom used to get there, we used to chill out, and we used to pick like certain places we were gonna go eat. But then we used to go to the supermarket and we used to get like mad food and like snacks. So I used to travel with like a backpack because I had 2 kids. I had Karma. Karma and Elias. So I used to travel like with a backpack and put the bonus one is we packed everything in the backpack each. The Spirit don't play. They're like, yo, y'all can't bring nothing at all. And I'm used to that anyway. So we packed everything in the backpack.
So we almost missed our flight.
That is the biggest stretch ever. We did not miss our flight. First of all, they're boarding 1 and 2. We're 4. We did nowhere near miss our flight. What you complaining about?
I'm not complaining because we almost missed our flight.
You're such an exaggerator. We didn't miss our flight. They're still boarding over. But they did call a general.
So what does that mean they call general?
It was like, yo, wherever y'all at, come get your seats. Well, you think they're going to settle down and get up there for example? How much is that game? They're going to be mad because I have this on here.
So let's just go back.
Oh my god, you don't want to be embarrassed? I mean, that's how they are. They can't be like nice at all. They have to get to the point because they deal with a lot of people. Like he was like, "Yo, who's who? Who you think is Kevin? And who you think is Elaine?" I don't want to give attitude because like. But I was like,
no. Oh, you mean okay? I'm sorry for 2 people. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thanks.
Texas. I'm about to go pick up the rental.
Yeah. Got a nice little Nissan, little kick or something like that.
These Cubans been rolling backwards. Sandwich. This is called this is a frita, so this is like a Cuban burger.
Oh, like.
Niggas is vibing out here right now. We in Washington and Espanola Way. Niggas is really in Miami. Yo, check it out. My man. Espanola Way for real. Niggas really out here. We on the way to KOD.
Or live.
We're on the way to Liv. She's really dyslexic. She said we have to go to 1401. Is at 4401, bro. And then I'm like, babe, we got a drive. She's like, no, it's like 10 minutes away. That shit about like 45, 50 minutes away and shit.
The next day.
No, nothing for me.
Threw up like 3 times for no reason. I didn't throw up last night. I threw it this morning.
Alright guys, so this is a really, really quick update. So my wife wanted to do some female shit and take pictures in this beautiful site, which, I'm with the shits, right? And then we come across a person doing jet skis illegally. And we in there. Now we're at the jet ski for real. Getting ready. Getting ready.
Oh yeah, it's been recording the whole time. Oh, not that much.
Look who's on a jet ski now.
Look who's on a jet ski.
You holding it down, babe? I ain't gonna lie, I don't fell in the water 3 times. I'm not doing it. I'm good.
Turns out that jet skiing with your husband is more of a relationship activity.
Yeah.
And learning to balance and learning things. And it really is about jet skiing. So that's how we're gonna take this one.
Yeah, I'm learning, guys.